can't believe people play with people intelligence the way they play with people intelligence and intellect. You know, the way they do today. You know, people are telling lies for a living. You know what I mean? They actually lying to y'all for a living. But
Prince called 50 a complete hypocrite, saying that if Big Meech is a snitch, then 50 is basically a cop. Ouch.
You know what's a sucker to me? A sucker is a who pick who he fight with.
Right.
Like if you sitting and you go, oh, I'm not going because this.
I won't fuck with him, but I'll with this one.
Yeah, I think I can take him.
Right.
You want to fight you think you can beat.
And I called Jay Prince and them out. I'm saying,
You didn't say nothing to whack. So when you come talking to me, I feel like you're very selective. This is exactly what I meant last week when I was talking about street is being selective.
So, Jay Prince is allegedly sending threats to 50 Cent for dissing Big Meech and saying he might do something if 50 keeps calling him a rat. Now, you all know 50 doesn't just go quiet when someone throws shade his way. And this time, it looks like Jay Prince might have poked the wrong bear. See, there are so many layers to this. And Jay Prince's history doesn't exactly help his case. His name has been attached to all types of shady business, from extortion rumors to sketchy dice games, and even claims that he and his son were allegedly involved in Takeoff's death. That means if 50 decides to go all in and expose Jay Prince's dirty laundry, he will have a whole lot to work with. In fact, 50 has now seemingly responded to Jay Prince's rumored threats on IG, reminding everybody just how he gets down when someone tries to play.
I'm gonna answer a few of y'all questions, then I'm gonna have to go about my business. You can see I'm just relaxing, letting God's air blow on my face in a sucker-free environment.
But is Jay Prince even jumping to Big Meech's defense? How exactly did he threaten 50? And is he making a huge mistake by going after the pettiest man in the industry? Let's break this down. I'm going to ask a few of y'all questions, then I'm going to have to go about my business. You can see I'm just relaxing, letting God's air blow on my face in a sucker-free environment. So, in case you were wondering, yes, 50 Cent is still keeping his foot on Big Meech's neck about those snitching allegations. 50 isn't backing down from Meech, but he's not the only one throwing shots these days. Recently, Top 5 hit up social media to blast the former kingpin for sliding into his DMs. In a video, he called Big Meech a rat and tagged Fif to step in, saying, 50 Cent, come get this fake 60-year-old kingpin out my DMs before I crash out. Hashtag Big Screech. Of course, it didn't take long for 50 to react and take the opportunity to troll Big Meech some more. 50 reshared Top 5's video and wrote in the caption, he probably wanted to borrow some money from you, gangsta. And while most of the industry is staying out of the mess, trying to avoid getting dragged into 50's beef with Big Meech, Jay Prince decided to insert himself into the drama when nobody asked him to. Some gossip blogs recently reported that Jay Prince has been throwing some shade on Instagram stories, calling out 50 for allegedly using Big Meech for clout. It seems like Jay Prince couldn't resist joining the conversation, even though he wasn't involved from the jump. Allegedly, Jay Prince posted and then quickly deleted a message that read, Big Meech was worth over $100 million before he went to prison. 50 used Meech's life to make money, gave him $5 million, and now thinks he created the BMF brand. But that's not all. According to some insiders, Jay Prince is also pulling some sneaky moves behind the scenes, allegedly threatening to send his people after 50 to try to
maybe we need to change the word for the youngsters. The checking in part, you know, is they seem to get hung up on that word, checking in.
Yeah.
So if we could diversify that word and bring it up to a 2021 thing.
Right. What's the word, OG? What's the word?
Maybe we may want to tell them they need to get connected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe that's the proper word, connected, properly connected, or whatnot.
Yeah, they getting tripped up on the semantics.
Yeah, they get stuck. I mean, right there you stuck. So then you stuck on stupid, right?
Yeah.
You're stuck on stupid, and you're not using your powers or access to powers that you have. You're looking at it as a negative versus a positive. You know, we all know if you can tap into good people wherever you go.
Wherever, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's a blessing, Rip.
Real talk.
You know
Real
what I
talk.
mean? Who want to have access to power and not use it?
Silence him. However, 50 isn't backing down. In fact, he just made it clear that they can try all they want, but they'll never succeed in taking him down. 50 dropped a clip from training day, letting everyone know that no matter what they throw his way, he's built for this and won't be intimidated. He wrote in the caption, "Get the message." Now, fans are clowning Jay Prince, saying he needs to stay in his lane because he definitely doesn't want to be on 50's radar and attract attention to his own sketchy reputation. So, in case you're not familiar with Jay Prince, he's the CEO and co-founder of Rap-A-Lot Records, one of Houston's most legendary labels. Now, Jay Prince likes to call himself the King of Houston and act like he owns the whole city. There's this unspoken rule that when big-name rappers touch down in hometown, Jay Prince steps in like their unofficial security detail, making sure they move safely. Maybe we need to change the word for the youngsters. The checking in part, they seem to get hung up on that word checking in. Yeah, so if we could diversify that word and bring it up to a 2021 thing, right? What's the word, OG? Maybe we want to tell them they need to get connected, properly connected or whatnot. Yeah, they're getting tripped up on the semantics. Yeah, they get stuck. I mean, right there you stuck, so then you stuck on stupid, right? Stuck on stupid. And you're not using your powers or access to powers that you have. You're looking at it as a negative versus a positive. We all know if you can tap into good people wherever you go, it's a blessing. However, some people aren't buying the whole Protection Act, and the streets are saying Jay Prince and his son Jazz might really be running a full-on extortion play. If that wasn't shady enough, there have also been a lot of rumors about these dice games they host in Houston, where artists allegedly get lined up for a quick come-up. These rumors got even louder after Takeoff's tragic death. However, Takeoff wasn't the first to lose his life after one of Jazz Prince's infamous dice nights. Just a couple of months earlier, Chicago's Duke the Jeweler hit big, walking away with $100,000. But that win turned deadly. He was reportedly robbed, ambushed, and gunned down before he even made it to his car. So after Takeoff's passing, many fans blamed Quavo, saying he should have known better than to be around Jay Prince and the Mob Ties crew, especially after what went down with Duke the Jeweler just 2 months earlier. With all the shady whispers surrounding the Prince family, people feel like Quavo should have kept his distance. Now, as for the man accused of pulling the trigger, Patrick Xavier Clark has officially been indicted by a grand jury for Takeoff's murder. However, the trial date still hasn't been set, even though it's been almost 3 years since the crime happened.
Yo, so I had a dude call me, right? And that Junior been having some going on down there in Houston, bro. We got the media team in here. So it's an inside month. Now this month, he's the one that's tied to the dude that makes the loaded dice. Right? Check the play out. All entertainers, when you go to Houston, stay away from Jay Prince Jr. There's a whole play going on. Here go the play right here. The play is a loaded dice. Now I'm gonna talk about something. Let me see if y'all catch up with to what I'm saying. The entertainer invites him in, act like he's covering for him, hanging out, everything is cool. Let's go here, let's go there, let's go here, let's go there. He introduces the dice game. He got 3 right, who rotate the dice. Now these dice is loaded. Tell me it's a Wolf, Big Caprice, and watch this, and Little Cam are the loaded dice rotators. right? He said, what? There was a situation that occurred that a certain jeweler around and got past the dice on accident and was hitting all them for a couple hundred. They got irritated about that. I ain't gonna go too far into that story because, right? Boom. The only way they could get their money back was however their money back. He said, but Lil Cam Wolf and Big Caprice are the three designated to say I'm up, I got the next, and they pass the dice to each other, but they loaded, but they shooting against them up whoever's in town, the entertainer. Right? They say Jay Prince Jr., he get 30% of whatever the take is.
And here's where it gets really shady. Literally a day after Patrick Xavier Clark was arrested, he somehow came up with a $1 million bond and was out on house arrest. Fast forward to November 2023.
But entertainers, beware of with Jay Prince Jr. when he talking about let's go shoot some dice. Because the loaded dice crew of three Lil Cam Wolf and Big Caprice. We know Lil Cam in there because I believe somehow, some way he was caught up in the dice situation. Rest in peace, Takeoff. I don't know what's going on. But what I do know this, Jay Prince Jr. got a whole thing that when y'all come into town, hold on, bro. Didn't they say Fifth Ward earlier that day shooting dice?
Yep. That's a fact. That word been out, Wack. That word been out. We been out that memo. And
then, so this have been getting hit all day, and it got to the point at the thing with Quavo like, that is the dice. If you're a motherfucking artist, entertainer, and you been down there to Houston with the hosting of Jay Prince Jr., and that led you to a dice game, and you was getting hit for all your shit, and you remember three by the name of Big Caprice, Wolf, or Lil Cam, y'all need to get on Jay Prince Jr. bumper because it was a lineup. Y'all need to holler at that because his people done told me inside. He said, what? We the one give him the mother loaded dice.
Who goddamn Quavo was arguing with before he walked off?
I think the argument was about the dice.
3. And out of nowhere, the rules switched up. Clark was no longer on house arrest, didn't even have to wear an ankle monitor, and the only thing he had to do was follow a 7 p.m. to...
Wax, that's the jeweler that got doing the Boosie dice game. Oh, yeah. So he was against Boosie and he got past the loaded dice. So, his name was Duke the jeweler. They said Boosie set him up. Now your story makes more sense. He died with all his jewelry on. Lil Cam was shooting that night when Takeoff died too. They're saying DJ Pat Bullet was a bullet that killed Takeoff. Also, Cam was the one shooting dice, so he had to load the dice. Now, for Boosie, they must have switched the dice up. Either they was gonna have no, Boosie was supposed to have the loaded dice, and they must have switched it, gave it to the wrong
7 a.m. curfew. That's not even the wildest part. According to court documents, Clark isn't allowed to contact any witnesses, victims, or Takeoff's family. And that also includes Jay Prince Jr. on top.
Can y'all elaborate on dice game when it's tied to y'all?
I know people were associating me with the situation because I went to Lil Boosie pool party and he happened to be there and he happened to be standing on me. I mean, right next to me. The truth is, I never met him before. I had no idea who he is. I didn't even know he was a jeweler until after his passing. And then the night of that game isn't the night that he got leaving Boosie concert the next night because somebody tried to rob him. So, you know, the internet play internet games. But this is a situation with a dude that I didn't even know. I ain't know his name. I had no knowledge of him. I ain't know he was from Chicago. I ain't know he was a jeweler until social media started trying to point a finger because he was standing next to me, and it's just unfortunate that something transpired after another dice game, but neither incidents had anything to do with a dice game.
So, Jay Prince is allegedly sending threats to 50 Cent for dissing Big Meech and saying he might do something if 50 keeps calling him a rat. Now, you all know 50 doesn't just go quiet when someone throws shade his way. And this time, it looks like Jay Prince might have poked the wrong bear. See, there are so many layers to this. And Jay Prince's history doesn't exactly help his case. His name has been attached to all types of shady business, from extortion rumors to sketchy dice games, and even claims that he and his son were allegedly involved in Takeoff's death. That means if 50 decides to go all in and expose Jay Prince's dirty laundry, he will have a whole lot to work with. In fact, 50 has now seemingly responded to Jay Prince's rumored threats on IG, reminding everybody just how he gets down when someone tries to play him. But is Jay Prince even jumping to Big Meech's defense? How exactly did he threaten 50? And is he making a huge mistake by going?
Another little school while we was gone, I got a call, you know what I mean, because the little homie young boy place got broke into. People went in his place, disrespected different things, and you know, I got a call about it. And the little homies that went into this place want to make that right, because they understand that, you know what I mean, young boy family is okay with me. And as you can see, homie, to make a long story short, I got your keys to your Rolls Royce, I got your keys to your McLaren, you know, all that they took, and the homie, Shakur, what you got, homie?
We got your Rolls Royce umbrellas, we got your keys, we got a bunch of other shit, so get in contact with us, bro. Get your shit back, man.
All good, waiting on you.
Going after the pettiest man in the industry. Let's break this down. I'm going to ask a few of y'all questions. Then I'm going to have to go about my business. You can see I'm just relaxing, letting God.
Hey, I don't want no friends, I don't want no new relationships. All that pussy, hey, I don't respect none of that shit, man. If you got something for me, man, they got plenty of niggas around me you could call. Man, nigga. It's plenty ways you could get in touch with me. Man, don't get on no internet and do nothing publicly. Don't do nothing dealing with no publicity, none of that pussy and shit. And I'm good on them keys, gangster. When you buy shit cash, two keys come with the car anyway. Mind your f***ing business, man.
Air blow on my face in a sucker-free environment. So, in case you were wondering, yes, 50 Cent is still keeping his foot on Big Meech's neck about those snitching allegations. 50 isn't backing down from.
They said it exactly like you 60. You 60. What are you talking about? What are you, bro? I lost mad respect for you because I used to have mad respect for you. When you had Shakur with you, when you lined Young Boy NBA up, why the f you got Shakur with you? And this is why he acting like that. This is exactly why he acting like that. Talking about you got Young Boy NBA umbrellas and his keys to his car. Young Boy NBA told y'all niggas, this is what he said. This is what Young Boy NBA said. Whack 100 was the most disrespect. Wild disrespect. I ain't even gonna repeat the shit 100 said. Mad disrespect. Drake is beefing with Kendrick Lamar as we speak. I have not heard, this is the first time Drake got into some shit, and I ain't hear you say shit to Kendrick Lamar now. Why do you think that you could tell us what we can and cannot say, man?